Okay, hopefully you can hear me all right.
Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah.
Great. So, thought we'd go somewhere a little bit more exotic than Connington this afternoon. So,
Okay, yeah.
welcome to Tenerife.
Oh, okay.
So we're at the hold for runway 07, Tenerife South. I don't know if you've ever been to Tenerife before.
No.
But it's quite a nice little place to fly around. So we've got a mountain behind us, we've got the sea ahead of us,
Right, yeah.
and we can sometimes get some quite nice crosswinds actually. So it's quite an interesting approach. So the plan is, what I want to do, because we've got a half an hour session, I want to get the aeroplane up in the air as quickly as possible and get you flying it.
Okay, yeah.
So just to give you a little bit of a recap, hopefully the video made a bit of sense.
Yeah.
Just here you've got your navigation display.
Yeah.
So the best way to read this is that with this little arrow here,
Yeah.
those two little white lines, that's the airport.
Okay, yeah.
This approach here is the circling approach that my colleague has just done, so don't worry about that too much.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to take off straight down there.
Yeah.
We'll do a right-hand turn.
Yep.
And we'll go immediately into a kind of a downwind, like a long downwind. Do a little bit of general handling, just get you turning it, just get you used to flying it.
Yep.
And then as quickly as we can, we're going to try and come in and go for a touch and go.
Okay, yep.
And then if we manage to do that, hopefully we can get a touch and go and a full stop landing in the time that we've got together.
Okay, yeah.
Sound okay?
Yeah.
So just over here, we've got airspeed, which doesn't come alive until 45 knots. So up until 45 knots, you're looking at your ground speed indicator, which is just there.
Right, okay, yeah.
As soon as that gets to 45, then that will start registering.
Right, yeah.
We've got our altitude above sea level over there, and obviously the attitude indicator in the middle. And just as a reminder, you're going to be using that you'll be using the indicator, the flight director. Okay, so there's that line. Yeah. And what I'm going to be doing is on this box here, I'm going to be dialing in the speed, the heading and the altitude I want you to fly.
Right.
And that's going to correspond directly to what that indicator is telling you. So in theory, if you can keep the nose on the centre of the cross, we'll be good.
Okay.
But we'll see how we get on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just get a quick feel for the flight control. So you want to go full right for me?
Yeah.
That's it. Perfect. Now that speed that you're moving at there, that's perfect. Exactly what you want to do. Yeah. And really you want to go no more than about a 25-degree bank.
Yeah.
So that would be a rate 1 turn, which you'll be used to. Up and down, so to rotate or take off, you'll be pulling back to about there. So it's quite a long way actually. And then if we need to go down, then there's our full range of movement going forward.
Okay, yeah.
So, should we get going?
Okay.
So what we'll do, I'll taxi out to the runway, and once it's on the centre line, then it'll all be yours.
Okay.
So I'm just bringing the thrust forward to about 35%. That'll be enough to get the aeroplane moving.
Yeah.
And then this is quite different to a light aircraft, because on the ground we use this thing here called a steering tiller. It's only on this side of the aeroplane. Yeah. And this is directly controlling the nose wheel.
Right, okay.
So you'll only use your feet once we get past 45 knots.
Yeah.
Then you'll be using your feet just like a light aircraft. Push right to turn right, push left to turn left.
What is our takeoff speed?
Right, so down here, these are your 3 speeds.
Yeah.
So flying an airline is a bit different to a light aircraft, because we work on what we call V speeds, V1, VR, V2. So V1, which is 132 knots, that's our point of no return.
Okay.
At any point up until 132 knots, if we need to, we can reject the takeoff.
Right.
Once we get to 132 knots, we're going.
Well,
VR, that's your rotate speed, 134. So that's the point where I'm going to call rotate.
Right.
That's when you'll pull back on the stick. And V2 is actually a safety speed. That's like a safety speed for twin-engine aircraft. So if we were to have an engine failure just after V1 or just before V1, we're still going to be going, but now with a single engine. So we would accelerate up to 142 knots before you rotate with a single engine. But hopefully we won't have that problem this morning. I hope not anyway. See how we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so the magic speed for you really is 134 knots.
That'll be on here, won't it?
And that's going to be on here. So can you see there V1's already showing 132? So as we accelerate, that ticker tape's going to come down.
Right.
Once we get 134 in there, you'll hear me call V1 when we get to V1, and then almost straight after I'll say rotate.
Right, okay,
and that's your call to pull back. Okay, should we give it a try?
Okay, yep. Feels weird we're not having seatbelts. I'm used to having seatbelts.
Yeah, well, you have got them.
Oh, I might have to use it.
Okay,
Thanks.
so on the takeoff roll, we're going to
Yep.
use our auto throttle today. So if you pop your left hand on there,
Okay.
slowly bring the thrust forward to 40%.
Okay.
That's it, perfect, okay. Now you're going to engage your takeoff and go round, which is there's a button just there. If you let go, there's a button just down there. If you push that button and let it go,
Okay.
that's it. Now your throttle's moving forward. It's going to automatically accelerate the aircraft to our takeoff speed.
Okay.
I'm maintaining the centre line at the moment using the tiller.
Right.
Now you have control with your feet.
Okay.
So there's 80 knots.
Yep.
So we check our takeoff thrust is holding. Checked.
Yep.
Slight push with your left
Yep.
foot, I think, Lane. And V1, rotate.
All the way back, yeah.
That's it. And then start coming forward a little bit now.
Okay.
So check it forward.
Oh.
And now the idea is to look down onto your instrument here. So just see how you get on with keeping the nose on the centre of that cross for a few minutes. Okay, nice takeoff though, well done. So that's positive rate. Bring the landing gear up. So you can see the line's gone below
Yep.
your nose, so you want to push forward now to
Yep.
bring the nose down.
I
If you look out the window, we're going up at one heck of an angle.
Whoa, yeah, yeah.
So push it right forward.
Right the way down.
That's it.
Yeah, I see what we're doing, yeah.
It'll take you a few minutes to get used to it.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit slow, isn't it, to respond, isn't it?
Very different to flying a light aeroplane. You imagine that you're used to flying like a sports car,
Yeah.
and now you're in an HGV. You're in a big heavy thing. That's it.
Okay. I want to be level, do I?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's just try getting the nose on the centre
Okay.
of here. Yeah, so you want to be turning to the right
Yep.
and pulling back a little bit at the moment.
Yep.
I'll just run through the after takeoff checks. So engine
yep.
start switches off, landing gears up and off, auto brake off, flaps up, no lights. And we've got QNH set both sides after takeoff checks
Yep.
complete. Right, so can you see the
Yeah.
lines off to there? That's it, so just try getting onto that. What we'll do, I'll put you into a turn actually all the way round, so if you just follow it round. And with the line's gone down, so you need to push forward, that's it.
Yep.
It's quite difficult for people like yourself actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, it's easier for people if they've got no flying experience.
Yeah,
Because you come in and instinctively you want to fly it like it's a warrior,
yeah. Yeah,
and it's very different. For one thing, you don't go up into the clouds too often in a warrior, unless you've got an IMC or an IR. That's it, really good, you're getting the grip of it.
Yeah, I got it now.
Now, as the aeroplane turns, the nose will drop quite a lot. That's another another big difference between this and a training aeroplane. It's quite a slippery airframe, so as soon as you roll into a turn, the nose is going to drop away. That's it. And keep it coming round to the right.
Like that,
Yeah, I think you got it. You're doing well.
And then the cross. And stop 3 seconds early, I think.
Yeah, and that's the other big thing as well, is that you've got to think ahead of the aeroplane a lot more, because anything that you do, it takes a couple of seconds for the aeroplane to respond.
Yeah.
Tell you what though, it's a nice gift from a flying instructor. My flying instructor never gave me sod all.
Yeah, he's ever so good. We're good friends.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I didn't get a damn thing off my flying instructor. I'll have to give him a ring. And we're good friends as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we buy birthday presents for each other and stuff.
That's good, that's nice. Yeah. Really nice. How long have you been flying?
About 2010.
Okay.
So.
Oh, quite a while then.
We go out for jollies more than anything else now.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I think you've got the grip of that, haven't you?
3.
So quick check outside, visual check. There's the airfield.
Okay, yeah. We're going around and.
Yeah, so we just basically put ourselves into a downwind now.
Okay.
So what we want to do now is start descending. So I'll let you do this. So if you can turn that down to 2,000 feet. What that is like that's the target altitude.
Right, okay, yeah.
And then if you press level change, just until it clicks.
Oh.
Bit more. There you go.
Yeah.
Now if you follow your, keep your nose on the centre of your cross,
Yeah.
the aircraft is actually going to work out where you've got to point the nose to then get down to 2,000 feet.
Right, okay.
So it helps you a heck of a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of systems in these to help you out. So I see the line moving down, just follow it down. So we can see we're abeam the airfield now.
Yeah.
So you know, in some ways we're in a 737,
Yeah.
but it's still an aeroplane. We're still going to do things very similar. And just here as a check, look, here's us.
Right, okay.
That's the airfield there.
Yeah.
So we're going to fly out to about 10 miles and then we'll turn and then come in.
Yeah.
How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm kind of good. I'm okay, yeah.
Yep.
No, I can see everything. It's a bit easier, you know. That's how I fly, by seeing everything.
That's it. Well, it's good to kind of keep an eye on both, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the plan is, what we'll do is, have you done any sort of procedural work, so like ILSs and things like that, or is it all visual, your approaches so far?
Visuals, really.
Yeah.
We've done nighttime landings and stuff.
Okay.
So.
Well, what we'll do, let's we'll use our instruments to bring ourselves onto final.
Yeah.
But then we'll go for a visual approach. Let's see how we get on.
Okay. Yeah. I could be.
That'll keep things sort of more similar to what you're used to.
Yeah.